Hey everyone, Civic Extraordinaire here, and I think this is going to be the second to last final episode. It may be the last episode, but I wanted to resume our Humankind Let's Play before the new Civilization 6 update rolls out, so we can take a crack at the goal. And if that does not happen, I guess within the next week, where the City Lights update rolls out, I think we'll try a crack at Stellaris or something else, if that's okay with you guys. Stellaris is definitely a bit different from Humankind in Civ 6, so some of you may not be used to the pace of the game. But I just wanted to update you guys on what I was thinking and my possible plans. But you may notice the city's actually a bit different here from last episode, and that's because I made a mistake. They're larger by one province. It's actually probably the biggest province in the game, our capital of San Lorenzo. And essentially, I made a mistake where I forgot to save for my Edo Japanese Let's Play, so I had to play through like 20 turns, and I redeveloped the city in the process. You can probably also tell that something happened because the city is not Oriolanis, I believe it was called. It is instead, what is this? Just an outpost. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think we can try to use some colony model. Oh wow, that takes a long time. We'll go ahead and buy it out, and we can just place the city of Edo there. Very fitting since we are called the Edo Japanese. But I think we're also just going to quickly place down some type of farmer's village there, and then we can try to make use of the Terra later. But I wanted to call your attention to this little event here. So I think we have an independent tribe here. I wasn't too sure what's going on, like there's some kind of rebellion or whatnot, but I thought it would look fairly interesting. And also one unique development that happened while I was replaying, since I wasn't recording, was that we never concluded our war with the Mauryan. So hopefully we can try out some Naginata gameplay while we are here. And let's just get ahead, and go straight into the battle and just see what happens here. And I automatically resolved it. Hold on. I'm going to make a cut, and I'm going to go back to the battle. I apologize for that.
Geography, cartography, algebra, optics, astronomy. It's a time of discovery and exploration. But discoveries are not made solely by traders and adventurers. Those who explore with ships and caravans would go in circles without those who explore with pens and parchment.
Alright, because of my mistake, I'm back, and let's just go ahead and begin with the battle. So, the reason why it auto-resolved was because I don't think I had this turned off with the Mauryans, because I had it turned on for whatever reason in my episode, a few episodes before this one, and what happened was I auto-resolved with with the Huns or with the Mauryans, and that was why it was off. But let's just quickly go ahead and try to see if we can siege this. Okay, and so looks like we're actually going to be able to quickly plan out our battle here. So let me just see. Okay, let's move you here. And let's move you here to the high ground. We want as many people on the high ground because of that tactical advantage. We don't have too much of a deployment radius. It looks like we can only defend within our walls. I don't know who is attacking us. It doesn't look like the Mauryans are attacking us, so it's like some kind of independent people. But thankfully, due to our, I think, new technology we researched, we are able to defend our city with higher leveled peasants compared to whatever swordsmen are here. So I don't know if this is a rebellion or what's going on here. But I think we're just going to go ahead and let them dash themselves into the walls and see what happens here. Okay, I think we might be constricted to the walls. I'm not too sure how this combat will roll out because it's not too well explained by the devs. But I think as long as we stay within the walls, we should be fine. Alright, let's go take this tactical advantage here. We can move down from the hills and the river and do some serious damage there. Okay. And then I think we can fortify here. Okay. And they're going to go ahead and roll back. Okay. Sorry for the barking in the background again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run down this hill and attack. Alright, go ahead and attack there. And you can go ahead and break this line and attack here. Okay. Alright, and these peasants, I don't think we need to worry about them, because I don't think they cost population when they die. I'm not too sure. But since they aren't like trained soldiers, I think their lives are it's easy to throw their lives away. I kind of sound brutal and morbid when I say that. But I don't think we really have to worry about risking their lives, or at least show priority to their well-being. So let's go ahead and finish you off. This is one of the healthier troops. You can afford to be a bit reckless here. Okay. And then you... I can move you here. And then can you attack here? No, I think you're out of movement points. But you can finish this guy off. There we go. It looks like they didn't pose too much of a challenge with our siege. And we can end the round, of course, and he has a bit of a tactical advantage. I think we should be able to reach him, though. Right? Why can't we go there? Okay, it looks like just because we're moving on to that river, I forgot that is taking a few turns. Let's just go ahead and finish him off here with this unit I forgot about in the background. And we should win the siege. Alright, we didn't lose anyone, even though we took quite a beating. I don't know who we were fighting. It's not really great at labeling the attackers. It doesn't label us either. I think it was some kind of independent tribe, at least my theory is. What is this? Okay, all kinds of weird stuff is going on today. I didn't know what that was either. It was like some kind of bright lights. Yeah, a bunch of crazy crap is going on today in this recording. But I'm just glad I was able to instant document that. Unfortunately, we have a bad event here. I'll quickly read it. Disaster. Adulis is beset with a violent pox, probably brought into the city by the caravan of traders recently granted entry. The gods must be angry. Okay, I think we had that event earlier in last episode. We just are not getting lucky rolls. However, military architecture has just been researched. And it looks like we have the absorbed city. I don't think we will be using that because we already have a pretty large capital here. But it will be helpful if, for whatever reason, we have to use that. Alright, and I think you are building the Terra. Okay. Actually, I think I want to cancel this here because that one right there isn't too useful because it's only next to like one mountain. Let's see here. We can build a Terra here, and we can build one here. So I think that's what we're going to do, just to maximize that output here. Alright. And then just to kind of extend reach here, or we can even get one here. And then after we build those two Terra, let's try to get an industrial quarter here so that we expand our reach to this tile here in the stone field with the river spring. And then we can build a Terra on top of that. So we're just going Terra crazy, which is quite impressive considering we were pretty crazy in the last episode with our Terra placement. But we'll just let that city handle that Terra. Then I don't think we have too many mountains in this city. We have a few actually. So can we build something here? No, not something too useful. I think we can go ahead and build that research quarter, and then we can try to extend out here. So we are cutting some food tiles in the process. So maybe we can build a fortress here, and then after that we can build a Terra here. Alright, we'll need to wait for the fortress to actually be built to extend our reach, which makes sense. Okay. And this is fairly interesting. We have a Saboteur, which I believe is the first spy unit. And it comes in the medieval era, not the medieval, the early modern era, I believe. And basically, I think it is a precursor to the unit that is replaced by the Ebensborough for Austria-Hungary, We also have centralized power, which I definitely want because we have the Naginata Samurai. And their special ability is very interesting because you cannot retreat. So if you get an army into a bad situation, an enemy army, like with one unit, and they really want to retreat, and you have like four, and you're definitely going to crush the enemy resistance, they cannot retreat whatsoever. So they're great for really like flanking and surprise attacks. Okay, and then I think another goal of today's episode is developing this land down here, if we can get to it. We also want to place a Terra there. And can we place anything useful over here? We have a hamlet down here. Okay, and these tall hills, unfortunately, do not count as mountains. Oh. Alright, I think we have a useful location here with a plus 11 food. I don't think we have too many good agrarian locations here. But, okay, you did not make it in time, but let's go ahead and leave you here. And then once we get a Naginata Samurai, we can add that to the... Okay, I was going to say, our 4-slot army. I thought we had five slots, but apparently we can fit 2 more units. So I think that we recently got that upgrade. But once we recruit the Naginata Samurai, we'll make sure to recruit 2 for each unit. Okay, and unfortunately, it looks like he wants to challenge us here. Okay, so let's get into a little... Oh, never mind. He decided to retreat. But just in case he gets any ideas, we will be stationed here. And I think we can go ahead and upgrade you. Alright, let's upgrade you to Francie Millites. Then you can be upgraded to Swordsman. You can be upgraded to Swordsman. And then you can be upgraded to Crossbowmen. So it looks like we were a bit behind here. Thankfully, the Mauryans sent their army down here, or else we would have been caught sorely unprepared. Right, and we will, of course, set you to sentry. Alright, just in case. Okay, now that we have that Terra built there, I don't think we have too many other useful locations for it. Yeah. We have like 1 or 2 mountain chains, but that isn't too useful. So I don't think we'll waste our time with that. We can try to clear the ruins. We did that last episode. So we're picking up a little bit. But we have some really good harbor locations. So I think we want to place one here. And then place one here. Okay. Right, new notification, a new event. The heresy of science, and I can only guess this is due to our high faith output. We've had a few faith-related events. Are we mere animals? Word spreads that natural philosophers are conceiving theories regarding the providence of life itself. To imagine that men and beasts might have shared common ancestors would be an affront to many, and cause a revolution in the way the people view themselves. These theories could undermine the realm's official faith, and, by extension, your authority. What is your position on this matter? I actually think we had this episode, but I accidentally triggered Siri. What do we want? I think we'll embrace that because we are pretty scientific. So, though we do have a state religion, so that may complicate things a bit. Oh well, what can you do? Okay, and I think we're still building some of these. Okay, we built a Terra there. And then what are you doing here? Okay, it looks like we have just these random mercenaries, though I don't think there are any independent people. Which is very odd. Right. Speaking of independent people, I also forgot to go ahead and try to build some boats just to explore some new territory while we are with this episode. So I think I wanted to build some kind of deep seafaring unit. Okay. Looks like you're still damaged by open water, so I think we need to wait for that tech, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and put you on the high ground just in case the Mauryans get any sneaky ideas. I can see they positioned their elephant cavalry out here, and I don't think they've ascended yet. No, they're still the Mauryans, so they're really behind. Right. Okay, I don't think I want to play with any of the affinities yet. Okay, and you... What are you doing? Okay, the Terra shouldn't be too useful. What if we can maximize any of this stuff here? Let's go ahead and get some lumber just for the stone fields and some stoneworks. Okay, we're a bit behind with improvements here. Okay. Alright, I think this is going to be a good hamlet right there. So let's go ahead, put that ahead of the priority for the queue, and we can start building that hamlet there for some exploitation. Okay. I think we also have a resource there. Alright, so what are you doing? Okay, you keep retreating. I think he thinks the AI is thinking it can flank me, but it just keeps retreating. So I don't know if that's an error or what's exactly going on here. Okay, and what are we doing here? Alright, let's build this Terra here, just to max that civic gain. Okay, and we have centralized power. Alright, okay, you gotta stop coming. What are you doing? This is clearly out of its mind, this AI here. Alright, let's get a few Naginata Samurai. Just because I like saying it, and also because they are fairly useful. And then you can upgrade even further. Okay, you can automatically upgrade to a Naginata Samurai, so that is pretty useful. Okay, and then thanks to that, our swordsman changed into Samurai, and that should be enough to at least start an effective siege on the capital here. They don't have too much defending them. Alright. Okay, looks like I forgot to tell the other guys to move along. That's kind of an issue I've been having recently with the AI for the UI. Alright. See if you retreat here. Alright, and you do want to battle. That is a huge mistake. I think because my other units are in range here. But I guess that's the fate they choose. Alright, let's move you here. And my other horsemen, you can move up here. It might be hard to get to these guys. Okay. So first, I think we have the initiative. Let's go ahead here. Actually, let's soften you up. We automatically kill here. No, we don't. So let's soften you up with a crossbowman here. Okay. And then we can finish you off with the Millites. Alright. And one really nice thing is that they don't advance, because if they did, I'd kind of be screwed by these spearmen over here. They'd get a huge advantage, I think. So that is really nice. Yeah. But can we charge up this cliff? I think we can. Oh, that is a huge, huge leap. I didn't know they could climb walls like that. But they're just so, the spearmen are so behind that the AI is just completely demolished. Okay, I think we're gonna use our last move and really damage the Sam. What is it? How is it pronounced? The same whatever. Okay. I don't know the pronunciation for that. Okay, the Samnahya. My Indian isn't too good. But it looks like they're retreating back here. So, okay. But we can still go ahead and attack them. So it looks like this battle envelops our two cities, interestingly enough. Okay. I don't know if I can bring you in. What's going on here? Okay, looks like he's just going to suicide. He's done with this. Alright, you probably should have gone for the archers. I don't know if he had enough movement. But that was stupid. So it was stupid to attack us anyway like that with the odds. But that was a complete slaughter. I think the game severely miscalculated how effective our swordsmen are. Well, let's go ahead and siege this city with our Naginata Samurai next turn. And let's try to see if we can get a... Okay, I think this is the thing we want. Yes, we want caravels, or caravels, just to navigate the high seas. we don't have that nasty wild seas or whatever it's called penalty. I think open waters it's called. I'm not too sure. But not to ramble on too long, let's just move this Naginata and complete this for a massive 6 garrison or whatever army. And then we can, of course, siege the city. Okay, he retreated. Alright. Probably not a good idea. And I think we should be able to assault. Okay, let's go ahead and assault, and then we can see how this works. Okay, so maintaining a siege can be very useful. Every turn that the siege continues, the defender's militia, the army automatically generated to defend the city, becomes weaker and loses units. Sorry, I'm sitting a bit away from the screen, but basically I saw this on YouTube. I think we need to take some time just to set up the trebuchet, so we should be guarding them. And obviously the trebuchet and the siege units are affected by technology, and we don't want them to be destroyed by the militia. Okay, so I think this city is a bit bigger than the last time we attacked it, so it'll be interesting to see just how this works. I think we directly assaulted last time, so we're just going to need to see how this works. Okay. So I think we just wait. How does this happen? Okay, and then, what are you doing? Okay, we need more instructions. Okay. Sorry to keep you guys in suspense. Just build a farming quarter there. Okay, and then you can... Okay, we're building 2 harbors there. Stoneworks, you should have built that a long time ago. And then an artisan workshop. Okay. Alright. City watch is probably also a good idea. Okay. And then I think we're maintaining the siege. Okay, so we're we're holding this army on top of the city, and we're waiting until our siege weapons are built, and then when they are built, we can go ahead and assault with the siege weapons, crack the walls, and then get into the city and take it. So you've built a siege weapon. City walls make it harder for an attacker's armies to get inside the city, since they need to use all their movement points to move onto a fortified tile. Additionally, being behind city walls gives a significant combat strength bonus to any affected unit, which is why we want to breach them in the first place. So, siege weapons cannot directly attack units, and you're now ready to launch the assault. Okay, I think we'll wait one more turn. Right. Okay, I think we can build one more siege weapon, and then we'll attack. Then I'm not too sure, I may have just read over it, or skipped over it, what determines how many siege weapons we can build. Okay, let's get a maker's quarter here. Very, very nice. And, okay, you're a bit low on stability, relatively speaking. So, let's get a quarter here. Then after that, we will get a Terra Shrine here. Alright, sounds like a plan. Okay, new notification. I think it's regarding our religion. Right? Trade, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, someone chose a new culture, but it was not the Mauryans. I think they're still the Mauryans. Let me check. Yes, okay. And then, sorry, let me actually just go back real quick. What is your... Okay, they're fate-filled, of course, because they can't acknowledge our superior city planning, and their war desire is slowly ticking down. We're almost at full war desire, because they have a BS, Casus Belli, and just because we're beating them into the ground, like the little sissies they are, they're slowly losing their war desire. So let's go ahead. We have 3 trebuchet. That's way more than needed, and let's just confirm our battle. Alright, wouldn't that be funny if I just skipped it and then the entire siege was ruined? Yes. Okay, let's put you, since you're a ranged unit, you need to be... Okay, we have like 10 units sieging this city. That's way more than necessary. But, what are you? Okay, so we have the Naginata Samurai here. We have... Okay, Samurai there. And then who are you? Okay, that's the Mauryan, like, scout. And then we have several horses here. Okay, and then what is... Okay, this is the trebuchet itself. I'm not too sure the range it needs. Okay, and then we're gonna basically move the trebuchet here, and then we can protect them with the horsemen, or the swordsman. So that should work out here. Okay. And I think we have everything included in that siege. This is actually pretty exciting. So I think I'll even take a screenshot just to celebrate this occasion. And just to make a good thumbnail. Alright, so I think this has got everything covered. I remember from the demo, the other demo, that we wanted to make sure our trebuchets were protected because they are easily destroyed by infantry. So this should be good. Okay, and we have the first attack. Alright, so let's go ahead and we can destroy this wall here. Alright, easy. And then now that we've destroyed this wall, we can get in with these melees and immediately do some heavy damage. Alright. I was putting those walls up to be much more tougher than they actually are. Okay, can you destroy this wall here too? You can. Alright. Just like little sticks. And then we can shoot you. Alright. I love committing all these war crimes. And then what are you going to do here? Commit more war crimes and get into that city? Or we could just go straight over the wall and just screw them. Okay. Great. Just stab them with your spears. Alright, and we won just like that. It's that easy to commit war crimes openly. Okay, and the rest of them are fleeing. So, just like that. Oh, and they they gave us like 3 provinces because the city, for whatever reason, is super, super big. So, wow. Why did they combine like 3 provinces into one city? What were you guys thinking? God, the AI is actually really dumb in this game. Okay. And that's saying a lot because I'm not really good with dealing with AI. So I think they should be completely... Yeah, their war desire is going way down. Okay, so we just need to hold the city for a few turns and then they should surrender. But our Naginata samurai completely pulverized their hopes of actually mounting a reasonable and logistical war front. So, or logical, like plan of attack, I don't know what I'm saying. But they got completely screwed over. So let's figure out what we want to build out next to this mountain. Okay, we can build some science stuff. And then we have the wages of war thanks to our conqueror of the city. Actually, the ongoing war is a draining experience for the Empire. Your many armies fighting across the land, costing your capital, resources, and, of course, blood. The question of funding these endeavors should be addressed, okay? Don't tell me what to do, game. Alright. Okay, so basically this is deciding whether we want to raid or not. Okay, we raid a lot, so I think I'm going to take that. We do have a lot of civic points, though. Okay. I'll take that, and... Okay, we're not really dealing with independent people, and that civic itself is pretty weak, so I think we'll put that off to the side. But thanks to our Naginata, not our Naginata, our Terra Shrines, we're super, super fast with how we're gaining our civic points. Because this is like +3 civic points. That should be +3 civic points. I'm kind of slacking here. That should be +3 civic points. Let me just put this ahead. Okay, and because that would bother me otherwise. This is going to be +2, and this should be +3. So we should have like something like 10% civic points, and by the time we're done, we could manage something like 25% civic points. So I think we also want to get a Terra here as well, which is great. Just finish that off that turn, so we should really be chugging along here. Okay. Alright, do they even want to bother mounting? Oh, wow, that is a huge absorb cost. 7,000 influence. I think it depends on the pop size of the city. But we've gained another civic point, and we have an osmosis event. I think this is from absorbing the city here. But they're not really mounting a good offense. Looks like they built a statue of Zeus here. But yeah, they're kind of pathetic. Let's put you on sentry, and you can also go on sentry. Okay, I think they healed automatically, but Parisius is growing, thankfully. And we have 3, what is that? 3 something ship mastered. So let's go to you. You have a good port here. You also have a port, but you're kind of busy, so I think this is the faster one. Okay, and the slot is also not open, or they have open slots. So yeah. Okay, let's get a Terra Shrine here, and I think I want some kind of ship. Do we not have options to get the Caravel? Okay. Caravans full of families. Okay, so this is basically to help us create a city. Okay. Very interesting. But where's our cog? Should have a cog, right? Because we have this harbor right here. So what exactly is going on? Alright, let's just build palisades anyway in that city. Because for whatever reason, we don't have any walls. And that's just going to bug me. Okay. Alright. And then you, what are you guys doing here? You guys know you can't retreat, right? Apparently they can retreat, even though I have Naginata on me. So, okay then. Alright, well, they're not much of a threat anyway. And we just completed our Terra Shrine, so our city is extending all the way to this mountain here. So we have quite the glorious city. And I think we have a great science campus location here. We have a ton of science in the city. So we're just going completely crazy with that. Alright, and we have headbanging history. With cultural influence sky high, the Empire loves nothing more than a good story, and now a great one has come to light. Sadly, it begins with the death of one of the Empire's most beloved statesmen, an influential figure in Leventa. Apparently, reliable sources in the city swear that this lord died after running into his bedchamber's doorframe while chasing a half-dressed foreign ambassador. These stories are something else. The Lord's son, who inherited his father's mantle, is begging that you silence the truth and promote a story that he died while hunting a great beast. What is your choice? Okay, but the story would not be nearly as funny if we revealed that he ran into his doorframe. So we're definitely doing that just because we need some humor in our life. Okay. And if our ancestors if we ever needed to look back to our ancestors, if we have some kind of similar COVID crisis in our empire, we can get a few laughs from this. So, just thinking with a few hints of forethought here. All right, we have. I don't think we're going to need Saboteur. Yeah. Okay. Because our enemies are basically sabotaging themselves with their poor city planning. So, yeah. Okay, no more boats, it looks like. I don't know why we're not able to build any more sophisticated boats. I think it might have something to do with our harbors, but I'm not too sure here. Can you build anything? No. What is going on here? Maybe we need some kind of material to build it, but I think you would just need wood. So, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. If you guys in the comments know, please let me know. But I actually want to go ahead and start sailing outside. Okay. More trade routes, our empire is growing super fast. We have 41 people in our capital city, and that is incredible. Alright. Okay, looks like we're growing even more. We have tons of production in the city as well. For whatever reason, building a food quarter here is destroying our food. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, maybe a bug or it's something with my city itself. But we still have a ton of influence, so that's not too much of a concern. Okay. Alright. Actually, I think we want to build a Terra Shrine here. And, of course, start taking use of that, making use of that. Alright. Our civic points are going to be through the roof. We already have 6. We'll probably have like 20 by the end of this Let's Play. And that may help us with a future video in trying to document all of the civic points throughout this. Hold on, what's this real quick? Throughout this Let's Play. Let's put this on for auto battles and just decimate that guy. Alright, we only took 2% damage, so the AI is fairly competent at managing battles. Okay. And then, alright. Let me just see. Do we still have that option of not building a caravel? Okay, that kind of irks me. Because I don't think I'm missing anything. We can only build like 5 unit types. So let's put you on sentry. I think they were alerted just because a unit is nearby. But Perseus is growing again. And these guys are just suiciding into this. So, I mean, if you guys just want to, yeah, retreat like sissies, that's fine with me. Okay. You do have a maker's quarter there. Okay, that is actually a good idea. Let's get a maker's quarter here. And then after that, we can build a Terra Shrine there. Let's see, do we have any more harbor options? Because I'm thinking maybe our problem is that we don't have a good harbor spots, or we don't have enough harbors, and that's why we can't build the bigger ships. But I could be wrong. Okay. It's just a thing of me not knowing enough about the game that is kind of causing complications. But it's not exactly like you're able to inform yourself too much about the game beforehand. Since we don't really have too much information about Humankind aside from like the culture cards and whatnot. And information outside the dev diary, so it's been unfortunate. Okay, do we have any good, let's just see here, any more good harbor locations? No, because I think since we have like 3 harbors here, if there's a place to build, the caravel would be here. But no. Right? No. Okay. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this episode here. We're like almost at 40 minutes, so thanks again, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been actually fairly fun, especially going later on into the game. That's a problem I've had with Civilization 6, and that the early game is very exciting, but once you go into the late game, it can get quite tiresome. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. We've hit 80 subscribers, and that's quite impressive since we started a month ago, so just wanted to get you guys updated on that. But again, thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys stay safe. I'm recording this on Christmas, so I have to get back to my family, but you guys are kind of my YouTube family, so I can't exactly, I still have to spend some time with you guys, so thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. So stay tuned for the last few episodes of Humankind, and we should continue on to Stellaris or Civ or something else. So I hope to see you guys later, and this has been Civ Extraordinaire. Peace.